American?
Yeah, New York.
Are you cop?
Yeah. It's gonna be loud.
How'd you know I was a cop?
You don't look like a lawyer.
Good day to Die Hard, and I wish you go and do it. Quit making things hard for me.
It's a good day to go see some other movie.
Yeah,
You're like, shh, Die Hard movies. Shh, just die easy. just be quiet.
Just pull the plug.
Damn, man, they're really stretching these titles, man. Like, what's the next one gonna be called? Die Harderer.
Harderer?
Yeah, I mean, come on.
I mean, come on. They aren't even like play into the actual Die Hard premise anymore.
Well, yeah.
It's just some dumb action movie that they got Bruce Willis to be in, and they slapped the words Die Hard on it.
And just like putting the way they put the Die Hard into like other expressions is just getting to the point it's ridiculous. There's going to be a bird in the bush is worth two in the Die Hard.
Don't say that because that'll be the title of the next movie.
Don't take any wooden Die Hard.
A penny saved is a penny earned. Also Die Hard.
Oh, hey, look who's there. Brian Salisbury.
Hello.
We can't kill you, can we? You won't die. You keep coming back here, man. How you
Corey
doing?
is my Hans Gruber, and I am still here.
You know what? I'm glad you're here because you was dropping some knowledge about Die Hard earlier.
Yes, this man is all about Die Hard,
He is.
which is why I felt for him as I watched this.
Oh, I saw him crying in there.
Yeah.
Look, he had a little tear, just big old gooey tear, just coming down his face. Got caught up in that hair in your beard. Kept on going.
There was
like
no
an Indian
ode to
looking at
joy in
trash.
Mudville.
What's that?
There was no ode to joy in Mudville this
No,
time
there was
around.
not. There was not, man.
I was like watching like the Die Hard movies where you're dad and you're really close and like you go away and you come back and he's got dementia and doesn't even know where he is. He's just drooling on himself and you're like, oh, this is so sad.
Shitting on
I
himself.
didn't want to see him like this.
I'm sorry that you had to wipe the ass of this movie because it's so old, man.
Yippee-ki-yay, what was it?
You know what, Brian? When you were sitting up here talking about Die Hard, I got up to you at your feet, Indian style, and just looked up at you and listened because you were talking about some stuff. Because I love Die Hard.
Yeah.
I love Die Hard. I love Die Hard so much that people don't like me because I say, fuck those other movies, man. There's Die Hard and there's nothing else as far
Hell
as
yeah.
I'm concerned. But you kind of changed. You
Since when?
since now?
For the sake of this joke?
Leon, you know how this works.
Pull the curtain back.
You know we were talking about that last week, man. Come on.
But no attention to the Corey behind the obvious bullshit.
Never listen, Leon. I hate you. You never listen to me. Anyway, Brian, you know, now before we talk about this movie right here, if you guys don't mind, I want you to tell people a little bit because you kind of brought me around to the other movies because you were talking about how they were based on actual books, but they just brought those books in to be Die Hard movies.
Yeah, they're based on three completely separate books that aren't part of a series that were all sort of retrofit to be Die Hard movies. The first one is called Nothing Lasts Forever, and it was actually that was a sequel to the book The Detective, which they'd made a movie of in the 60s with Frank Sinatra. So they asked Frank Sinatra if he wanted to play John McClane initially, and Sinatra's like, "Go fuck yourself. I'm 100."
Fly your ass to the moon. Get the fuck out of my
So
office.
wait a minute, they asked Frank Sinatra to be John McClane in
Yes.
the 80s movie?
Yes.
I would love to see
And that's
that.
important to know because there is a very specific reference at the beginning of this movie where they're talking a lot about Frank Sinatra, and you're like, why are they talking so much about Sinatra? That's why. Or at least that's my theory as to why.
But there's a couple other nods to the other films in here. Most of the others are a little more obvious.
Sure.
But
the fourth one is just based on a series of articles about a fire sale. Like it's not even a book anymore. It's it's just like here's a series of articles about what a fire sale is.
Now, what's the fire sale? Is that what you go to when they've got stuff for cheap on a holiday?
That's where you
or
got
something?
this couch.
that you are sitting on right now? Ain't too good for you to sit on, is it?
It's it's what happens in East Austin when they passed stricter marijuana regulations. But yeah, no, I mean it's a weird story, and then this is the first one that's based on a dump the director took one time. I don't know. It's not based on any actual written source.
hey, Bruce Willis, come in here and look at this poop I just took. That came out of my body.
What are you doing? How am I supposed to look? Oh, that's a nice check right there. I'll take it.
That's the new Die Hard movie, kid. Write it up.
Die Hard with corn and peanuts.
Yeah, and this one they try to do something new because John McClane goes to Moscow to get his kid out of trouble. John Jr. Who's that kid played by?
Jai Courtney. Wait, was Bruce Willis his father in the movie?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure because he only mentioned it 80 fucking times.
Yeah.
All his dialogue is, I'm your dad, or call me dad.
I'm your dad.
Or I'm on vacation.
Yeah.
And all Jai's dialogue is, shut up.
Yeah. Everything he says is shut up,
Shut up, John. Shut up, John. Why'd you call me dad? Shut up, John. I'm your dad. Shut up, John. I'm on vacation. I'm your dad. Shut the fuck up, both y'all.
I was waiting for Willis to slap the shit out of him.
Yeah.
It's like, you ain't too big to hit, boy.
Because this is Die Hard with a catchphrase.
Remember the last time we talked just before you went away?
Ah, no. No. You're not going to open up to me right before we die. No, that's not your thing, John.
What's mine?
Killing bad guys. That's your thing.
You're not gonna die today.
I didn't notice that because I was standing on the side waiting to slap Bruce Willis for being in this bullshit right here. Because what they try to do different here is that they say, all right, he's with his kid now. He's going to team up. His kid is John Jr. is over there getting in trouble. But little does John Sr. know is that he's a CIA operative. And he's trying to save some guy who has an important file that's in some radiated part of Russia.
It's the MacGuffin file.
And at this point, I'm going to go to the old fallback of you don't need to know the plot after that because
You really
it don't make any sense.
It doesn't
There is no plot after that.
There's very little there. What's there doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
And what gets me is like, man, my son is a goddamn criminal. Oh, wait, you're a spy working for the CIA. Oh, you in this spy shit now? That's what you do?
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
No wonder
It's like,
he's so
the
mad
fuck?
at his dad. It's like nothing is ever good enough. It's like, Dad, I'm a top-level spy for the CIA. Fuck you.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm a cop, though.
And that's one of the really bad things about this movie is that it's that typical father son. You were never there for me, Dad, so I hate you. That's why I'm not calling you Dad. Son, respect me because I'm here now.
It's even
though
a
I'm fucking
theme.
your job up now.
It's even a theme, like the movie. It's not enough that it's with them. Some of the other characters have to have that as
Right.
a representative theme as well.
Yeah.
You're like, we get it. Somebody who wrote this film's having trouble with his kids.
Yeah,
Fucking get
it's like,
over
oh, I'm
it.
sorry, was I a little busy? Let me show you what I've been doing. Here's 4 movies. Fucking go back. I've been busy.
Hey,
leave
guess
me
what?
alone.
We've just entered the Leon's Pet Peeves corner. Leon's Pet Peeve number 1. Ungrateful sons of bitch kids who are mad because their parents actually hold down a job to pay for their shit.
Yeah, Dad, you were always working and providing for us, so now I'm going to point a gun at you. Like, the fuck is this?
That is, yeah, at the beginning of the movie, when he finally finds his son is, he says, Dad, you don't get out here now. And he points a gun at him and says, I'm going to put a bullet in your head if you don't leave me alone. You're thinking, Jesus, man, what did John Sr. do to John Jr.? What kind of abuse could he have done to him? What kind of mistreatment could John Jr. had endured? Oh, Dad was working all the time, providing for his kid, and was never there.
Not to mention
Boo
saving
fucking who?
America from like evil people. all
And
the
his
time.
mother twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, kid.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, sorry I didn't make it to your Easter play.
I say that. Yeah, exactly. That's a big part. And by the-
have been there. You son
of a
bitch.
Live free or die eggs, the Easter movie.
Oh, and by the way, you grew up to be a pretty well kid. I mean, you're doing well for yourself. You seem stable. Not only are you stable, but you're a goddamn super spy. So, I mean, Jesus, what did I do that was so bad? That's not the biggest problem of this movie.
No.
The biggest problem of this movie is that they're just making these Die Hard movies now and just calling them Die Hard. They're generic action films. They're generic action films with a lot of money. They got the money to spend. They know those 2 words, Die Hard, are going to bring people in. And they don't give a shit anymore. The money's this is not a movie that's directed by a person. It is directed by computers that produce special effects.
True.
By the
all this
Osmo
is.
5000.
I mean, it really is like they got together and they filmed a bunch of really loud explosions and then said, like, well, let's see if we can get Bruce Willis to be in some of this and just stitch a movie around that. Because the movie, I mean, one thing I can say about this movie, it is loud. That's about the best thing I can say about it because they blow shit up a lot and all the time. And it's almost like these explosions are going off, so there'll be a ringing in your ear, so you can't hear how stupid everything they're saying is.
Oh my God. Talk about the biggest problem is right there is that the dialogue is just, did anyone write this? Or is this just clipped out of other terrible action films and the worst of the other Die Hard films and just sort of thrown in a hat up in the air and where it lands is where it lands? And there's even like tough guy lines from some of the villains that don't make any sense.
You missed him. Interesting choice.
What the fuck does that mean? What is he talking about?
Yeah, the reason why I in particular do not like this is because John McClane in the first Die Hard, he was an average guy. He was vulnerable, and that's why you feared for him, and that's why you rooted for him, because this is a guy that had to use his brain. Fuck it now. This is a guy that can be thrown 2 blocks down the street from a helicopter tail and crash through a window and not suffer anything.
He used to be just like the action movie equivalent of the Hitchcockian hero, where it's like just the wrong guy, wrong place, wrong time. And you could totally relate to him. And yeah, throughout the course of the movies, and especially with the last one and this one, it's like, oh no, he's one of the Avengers. That's why Samuel L. Jackson was in the third one.
No, you guys missed it. But he's his character carried over from Unbreakable.
Hey, you're stealing Brian's thunder there.
Well, he should have got in there quicker.
Well, you were right.
Wrote an article about it. But yeah.
Should have been Brian's lightning.
You were right about that, because his ass didn't break no matter what they did to him. He fell not 5, not 6. He fell about 10, 12, 13 stories from a building and did not suffer one thing except a bloody lip.
And he looks so tired now that he looks like if he bent over too fast to tie his shoe, he might break his hip. You know, I like really. He's like, I mean, you're not kidding. He said 2 blocks. This is more than 2 blocks. He's blown from the force of an explosion out of a helicopter through a fucking window and just dusts himself off and goes, "Oh man, I think I got a splinter."
Well, he's in a truck that flips 8 times. And he opens the door and gets out and goes, and it starts running. Now, it's not like people.
How do you go? What do you say?
And it's not like
because
people,
in Russia the weather is weird and he's got that arthritis in the knees.
Well, the thing is, it's not like people don't walk away from some crashes like that. But the reason they do is because of airbags, which none of these have.
Yeah.
No.
In Soviet Russia, everyone die hard.
Well, they did when you let Bruce Willis drive, because for a cop, this guy did not give a shit about human life whatsoever.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I mean,
Let alone property damage.
Yeah, when
I mean-
he's like driving a truck over cars and completely crushing the man.
He goes, sorry, ma'am. Oh, you mean to that lady you just crushed?
Yeah.
Is that who you're
Totally
apologizing
murdered
to?
all those
not
people.
give a fuck at all. They should have shown one scene where he crashed on a car and blood just squirted
Yeah.
from the side. Because he was. This is what junkyards do. You know that big compactor
Yeah.
that they have in
Oh,
junkyards?
yeah.
That was him driving. And on top of that, the damage that he did, that's fucking world news right there. You know. But after that car crash, took out half the city. Literally took out half the city when he was chasing the villain. Russia went on.
Well, what I
like
don't,
nothing
what I don't
happened.
understand is like how in the 80s Russia was this superpower that we feared because they had these nuclear arms and this fearsome army. Yet here's a guy tearing shit up, helicopters firing into buildings, and not only is there no Russian military, that's not even a Russian police officer.
No,
not even one corrupt cop to look up and go like, "Hey."
They made a point of every time there was, long after a 10-minute action sequence where there's no cops for miles, you'll see a scene after they're way away where a cop going, woo, like finally on his way to the scene of the crime.
There were cops in there. You didn't see them? They won to Bruce Willis's tires. he ran over all of them.
Yeah,
it was flat.
That is, to me, the biggest failure of this movie is the fundamental misunderstanding of the John McClane character. Suddenly, he's an ugly American. Like, he's punching people that can't understand him because they don't speak English. The bond that he decides to find with his kid is, oh, we both like to kill people. That's great. Like, he's an asshole. And I don't understand why they chose, like, to not only take him completely out of his element, but to make him such a dickbag American.
I think that's what they do when you have Americans in other countries, especially Russia. They want to make us obnoxious so that the villain can come in and have a speech that says, "Oh, you know what I hate about Americans?
Goddamn cowboys."
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Actually,
It justifies that
Yeah, by the
speech,
time
though.
the villain makes that speech, I'm like, you know what, man? I think I'm right there with you.
Yeah, he's right. But I just keep topping myself. You know, the worst thing about this movie is until I get to the next thing.
Because we can keep on going.
You think that's bad?
Well, I think when I was watching the movie, I don't care. I mean, because it's either the plot is nonsensical to the point where I can't understand it, so I have nothing to follow. Your villains are generic, or I know that these characters are going to be fine no matter what. I mean, I know they're going to do that anyway. We know our heroes are going to be fine, but this one gives us no reason to believe that there's any even suspense for them of being in danger. If they run and jump off a building, no matter how high it is, they're going to land on something soft, or they're going to fall through pieces of wood several times that'll soften their blow. If bullets are shooting at them, totally goes around him. Bullet say, "Excuse me," or
I didn't realize you were John McClane. Excuse me.
yeah, pardon me. Excuse me.
Yeah, it'd be like a Looney Tunes one where he just looks at a bullet when it gets too close. It's like, oh shit, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
John McClane.
Shut up, Bullet.
I didn't know.
If the villain comes up and is about to kill them, the villain's going to give a long speech so that they can figure a way out, which is not even
My
that
monologue
clever.
goes here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and as far as any kind of dialogue that means anything towards establishing bonds or revealing anything about character, this movie is so cliche. It got to the point where the big reveal that Bruce Willis does, why he was not there for his kid, well, his kid understands because that whole thing of his kid is about to come around the corner, but wait, my dad is talking about me. Oh, I never knew that he was working this whole time. Oh, motherfucker, what you think he was doing every day?
Well, Mom said you were deadbeat. I didn't know.
That's probably true. His mom was probably talking shit about him all the time.
Which, once again, what an ungrateful bitch. But how many times do I have to literally save your life and almost die before you give me like a thank you blowjob?
I mean, for a movie that's going for a rated R and is taking pride on the fact that, hey, look, we're not like that last Die Hard. We're going back to that rated R roots. To have a TV sitcom moment where the son has to hear about his dad. I mean, the whole thing of "you were never there for me anyway" has no place in this movie.
It was missing a laugh track and an audience to go, oh.
Yeah, absolutely right. And the problem is that like a laugh track would have just called your attention that much more to how not funny any line in this film is. Not a single moment of this is worth even a you know. And
Hey,
that's
I'm on vacation.
I take that back because the thing is, I thought it started out with some promise with the cab driver, even though I know he's just, a cipher from the limo driver in the other movies. But
Yeah.
I was like, hey, that cab driver, he's kind of charming. I bet they'll find a way to work him back in, do something cheesy like that. Nope. But by the end of the movie, I was wishing they would. I was like, look, I know I called it cheesy before. I'm sorry, but please bring back the cab driver.
No, you know what? You're right. I made a note of looking at that cab driver's name, the actor. Like I could actually get a ride for him if I go to Russia. I'm gonna go over there and get that cab. He's funny. Pavel Lynchnikov is his name, and I was like you. I mean, I'm sure all of us thought maybe he'll be like the limo driver that was in Die Hard.
Argyle!
He's gonna come back and they're gonna have a relationship because that guy was charming.
Yeah, he was.
It was at that point. The movie, man, fuck this. Man, that movie had me. I thought, man, this is gonna be good.
I was like, you know what? I was apprehensive before, but this is a good start. Okay, let's ride this. This ought to be fun.
Nope.
Shit.
mere minutes afterwards, you went, wah, wah, wah. Like, pretty much from the introduction of dialogue to John McClane's son, you're like, what the fuck is happening here? This guy is awful. I mean, I know a lot of you guys out there like Spartacus, and this is the Blood and Sand guy, the guy who
is this
followed
him?
up. Yeah, obviously, because the other guy's dead.
Wasn't he in Prometheus?
I don't know. Maybe he was, but I don't.
That would explain the scene where they decide that there's no more radiation in Chernobyl and they can take their uniforms off, which happens in the movie.
Yeah.
What's this guy in? Was he in Prometheus?
I kept thinking he was like the asshole scientist.
No, he was not.
He's the main guy from the follow-up Spartacus series, which, okay, maybe you guys like him there, but here, the guy needs to take acting lessons.
No
He's
shit.
so flat and uninteresting. I mean, if they really want to pass the torch to him as an actor, I beg them to reconsider.
Did you like him in Jack Reacher?
Maybe that's what I saw him in.
He was the asshole in Jack Reacher.
Well, actually his part, even though he's got a big, role, he's not in it that much.
Okay.
So he works there. That's
That
fine.
being
We
said,
should be so lucky.
When you give people dialogue as bad as this, really nobody would look good saying these lines that they've written for them, or even the way the director shot this film is just boring and bland to look at.
It's not just boring. It's straight up incompetent. I mean, he's handicamming the whole movie. There are very few static shots. And then there are shots where it looks like they shot one frame in 3D thinking they were going to do post-conversion, because you'll see like two of the same guards standing right next to each other.
I know.
And it's like, wait, none of the rest of the movie looks like taking the 3D glasses off,
Right.
but this one, for whatever reason. And then in another scene, you can see the mattress that Bruce Willis is laying on as he's shooting up into the air. And it's like, really? Did nobody fucking watch this thing?
Well, did y'all think that that car chase, excuse me, at the beginning of the movie went on way too long?
Not only did it go on way too
It
long.
was terribly edited.
Yeah, it was terribly.
edited.
And it was
It's not-
so slapdash.
Well, and it's not the way that movies are terribly edited that we complain about all the time. It wasn't that there were too many cuts. It's that they would show one car and then cut to the inside of a different one so fast that it was like, wait, which car just wrecked?
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Well, what I was upset about during that car chase, besides just going on way too long, is that they would keep cutting back and forth to Bruce Willis just yelling out just
random stuff.
Oh, wait, look out! Sorry, ma'am.
I'm on vacation.
Yeah. There was even a
I'm your
part.
dad.
He said I'm on vacation so many times that they left one in when he wasn't even there. They dubbed it in at a point. Do you remember that when
Yeah.
there was an explosion and some steam going off? You didn't even see him, but you heard, I'm on vacation.
The ADR was so bad. I was like, I don't know who's talking, who's driving. What is that they just ran into?
They put it in there so many times they forgot to edit just a random one out. They copied and pasted that so much.
Oh, they didn't forget. They're hoping kids are walking to that film going, I'm sorry, I didn't do my homework. I'm on vacation. Like in Die Hard.
You actually turned black when you said it. I'm on vacation.
It's better than the other tagline they try to force on us when Bruce Willis drunkenly goes, 007 Plainfield, New Jersey. It's like, have you been drinking Bartles and James again?
That was nuts. That whole scene, I was like, what are we watching here? Oh, you into spy shit, huh? What? It's like, well, this is not like a kit I brought from Toys R Us. I'm an actual spy for the U.S. government.
And he's trying to work.
Asshole.
And his dad, it's obvious that his dad comes in and he sees all the computers. He sees all the forensics. And he can see that this is a safe house for super spies. And you think his dad's looking around and be like, wow, kid, nice work. But no, he says, oh, you 007 now?
Yeah.
You think you some shit. You ain't shit.
No.
I wasn't shit and you ain't going to be shit.
Yeah, he's like Prince's dad in Purple Rain. Like, oh, well, you have to write your shit down.
Oh, you got to
on, man.
use computers and shit. You know, I did all my shit with my hands.
What, you actually think before you jump out of windows? Lame.
CIA with your plans and like big teams collaborating on major efforts. Man, I did that shit barefooted by myself.
It's like, motherfucker, maybe if you made a plan, half the city wouldn't be dead by the time you put a bullet in the last bad guy.
yeah.
Yeah, the guy directed some movies that I'm not very fond of. Some movies that are very dull. John Moore is the guy's name. I'm looking here. Did Max Payne, one of the worst. The Omen, bad. Flight of the Phoenix, boring. Behind Enemy Lines, it was all right.
Nah, that was pretty bad. Remember
Okay,
that?
all right.
Is that the one with Owen Wilson?
That was that one, remember?
Oh, that is Owen Wilson.
That was the one where we all
good.
looked over each other and mimed having PlayStation controllers because it was the whole movie was just like, this is just fucking a video
Well,
game.
that's what this
it.
movie is. This movie looks like a bunch of cutscenes from a video game. I mean, seriously, it doesn't. I think I've used that before, but seriously, everything is so CG. It's shiny.
Yeah.
Even the explosions are shiny. I mean, it's if you've ever played
Blue flame from an explosion. What the fuck is
why?
that?
Because it looks pretty.
It's pretty.
Yeah. Look, I mean, if you blew up some shit in Call of Duty, you've seen this action in these movies. That guy who's the Australian guy? I keep wanting to say Michael J. White, but that's not his name.
Jai Courtney.
Jai Courtney. I agree with you. I don't think he's terrible. I just think that his dialogue is bad. I even like looking at Bruce Willis, but I don't think he's. But he looks like
Because he's so dreamy.
But he's
Well, the way you like looking at things in a museum.
there you go.
You like looking at relics.
There you. Yeah. I'm just looking at him and I'm thinking, man.
You're right. The funeral director did a great job. Making him
So
look like he
lifelike.
still had some life in him.
Makeup by Madame Tussauds.
What you say, House of Wax shit going on there? Yeah, I would like to say that if you saw this, it's pretty to look at, but I mean, I have to stick to what I always say. This is obviously from a studio that does not care anymore. They took something that was great at one time and they've watered it down to something that is generic, where they can just put the name on there and just hope to sucker these people out their money. I'm telling you, people, if you're a fan, I'm a fan of Die Hard. So I'm going to be a little harsh on this than maybe some other people. If you see it on TV, I doubt you'll turn away. You want to see all the explosions and stuff. It's hypnotizing in a way. But for me, who saw the potential in such a great movie before and have seen them kind of turn into bastardizations of what they were. I mean, even for the good ones. I really like Die Hard 3 with Samuel Jackson.
Oh, that's almost as good as the first one.
But it was because Samuel Jackson and Bruce Willis got along so well.
The chemistry was so good.
Yeah, this movie right here, there is nothing. I mean, when you have, I don't mind action that is totally stupid, that defies all logic, but you got to give me some humor. You got to give me a character that has a great personality. You got to give me something to connect to. This. Everything in this is generic as shit, and for that, this is a positive. Some bullshit, some old bullshit.
Oh, wow.
I know there's no such thing. This is some old bullshit.
I was gonna say, how many times you come down on us for some reason?
I know.
Only with
hairs on some old
only
bullshit.
with some old bullshit is the one who gets upset about a high or low.
Wait, you guys, this is ridiculous.
No, stop it.
See, now you know the reasoning though.
But I caught myself.
Some things are a high, some old bullshit.
I came back and I said it's just some old bullshit.
It's some new bullshit.
It's
It's dried bullshit that doesn't smell as bad.
Yeah, there you go.
it's hard now. You can actually put your drink on it like
It's
a
still
cookie.
bullshit, but like, yeah, you could probably just pick it up with your hands and throw away, like wash them later.
Get a proper table up with it. Yeah. What are you going to say?
3 hours ago, I hated Die Hard 4. It just, like, at that point where Die Hard, where we're about to call John McClane Die Hard. Yeah, where Die Hard is just doing impossible shit.
He's on vacation.
You sound like the people that got into the movie for free. I can't wait to see what Die Hard does in this movie.
No. And when he set that, he launched that motorcycle into the air, took out an airplane or helicopter, whatever the fuck that was. I was like, I'm done with this. But after watching this movie now, 3 hours later, okay, I don't hate that one. I simply don't like it so much.
Yeah.
This one I hate. I just found the movie completely boring. I mean, and without belaboring all the points we've made, because, you know, if we sat here for longer, we could probably come up with more shit that's wrong with the movie. I was just like, wow, this is some old bullshit. But as I drove over here and thought about it even more, and we sat here talking, I was like, you know what? I feel like I've given out so many of these already, but man, I thought about what you said about movie 43, how that was worse because it had big stars in it. You had a reason to expect more. And that's what this is. So for me, this is a fuck you.
Damn.
Damn!
Yeah, I was about to say you missed your cue right there.
sorry.
Yeah,
I didn't get the memo.
Follow Cyrus and I one more time. Damn!
You knocked that movie the fuck out.
You standing over looking at it right now.
Leon just shot the movie in the face.
Well, yeah, you know, I'm glad you brought up the fourth one. I think the only one of any of you guys who actually liked that movie. And I did. I mean, I accept it's flawed as fuck, no question. And it's over the top ridiculous, well past what physics or science even has nightmares about and wakes up screaming. But that being said, it had entertaining characters in it. It had a good relationship Bruce Willis had with the other characters. It had funny, very funny dialogue at points. Justin Long was a great character. Mary Elizabeth Winstead was a good addition to the series.
Who's a waste here.
She's barely in this. Like, compare this film to that step by step. Even if you hate it, and you'll go, wow, like, I really had no idea that was not as terrible a film as I thought it was.
Right.
Now I can't possibly hate that film anymore because this is as low as it gets for now. They're making one more apparently. Well,
Jesus Christ.
it's just there's nothing really about this film to recommend except for those little things. There's some shots that are so stupid that you go, all right, I'm laughing, but not with you. I'm laughing at you, movie. But that's not enough. It's just not enough. Like, the saving grace is that at least this isn't a long film.
True. It's short.
But it's just some old bullshit, and it hurts me to. I haven't said that about any of the Die Hard films, and it hurts me to have to say it about one of them. But hey, man, you got to call McClane out for what he is. Piece of shit.
If I may use a sports metaphor without being crucified, being a fan of the Die Hard movies at this point is like being a Red Sox fan post 2004. It's just painful, man. It's one disappointment after another. And
Cyrus is playing, huh?
Did we hire Dennis Miller?
Is that basketball?
is that the one with the goalie?
Oh, I saw that in a video game once.
But you have a scene in this movie where they wave a magic wand at radiation, and the character actually says, "This device neutralizes the radiation. Trust me." No, I don't trust you. I don't trust the script. I don't trust the director because you have made a crap product. I remember the days when, glass from a cubicle divider put our hero out of commission for an hour.
Yeah.
I remember when he was a human. And I don't know what this shit is, but it's not Die Hard. And it's not a Die Hard movie. It's not funny. I'm not willing to give the fourth one a pass because it's so shitty. It's like comparing turds to other turds. I just...
You gonna let him talk about Die Hard like that, Cyrus?
Them's fighting words.
Punked you, Cyrus. You better do
I
something.
think this
Oh,
movie...
it's on now.
it tries to do things that kind of push it back into like the formula of what a Die Hard movie is, but it's kind of like, giving a child a weapon to play with. It's like, no, take that away from them. They don't know what they're doing. So frankly, this is some old Bruce shit. This is old Bruce Willis just not trying, and this is a franchise that needs to die.
You know better than that.
It's old Bruce shit.
No, it's not. You just Bruce shit.
Yeah.
I cut this thing off, and I thought about I had to come back. I would have slapped the shit out of you for that.
It's great that you're making them think you didn't do that when you stopped recording.
No, I did. I stopped and I thought about I got to come back in and talk to you. Bruce, that don't even, the way you try to force that Bruce shit in there, I'd have slapped
It's
the hell
all
out
the
of you.
Bruce shit. I don't know what's
God
hard to understand
damn,
about
you
that.
quit having an influence.
You learned it by watching me, didn't you?
I learned it from watching you.
You go looking for trouble, or does it always find you?
I still ask myself the same question.
I'm on vacation.